Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector. And in the last episode, guys, we had a very close shave escaping Darkside. Lane was able to take control of us for a brief time. However, Overseer's presence seemed to be a bit of a deterrent. And after talking to Marco, getting that settled, and kind of deciding what Sleeper wanted to do, Overseer revealed that they may have the ability of actually blocking Lane's attempts at taking us over, which is going to lead us back to Darkside eventually. Now, we've got kind of a course of action on that. We've got to go talk to or head to Oliveira. But before we do that, we are going to continue our tour here of the belt in our rampant search for all things paint job. And I don't know how exactly that's going to work, but let's go to the far spindle. Let's see what happens. Ooh. New location discovered. What? Spindle view, local inspiration. You settle at a wide viewing window and look down at the vertiginous length of the far spindle. Time to do a little sketching. Ah, okay. This is what we do to... The spindle is a tower of mismatched painted panels. It takes time to take it all in. Excellent. We can hopefully get all this done in one cycle. Painted hull plates, transit tunnels, and old ship frames give the far spindle its distinctive look. Cool. That should be everything, right? That's one. So we'll call that a big win. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with the symbols here around. So maybe there's something in Wellspring, or would be another one. Wellspring and Oliveira, concealed colony. Maybe those little symbols around may be the sign that there's something to check out. Okay. Let's just go to Holmes's Rock then. Who knows, maybe something random will happen on the way. Ooh, those are some good dice. Do we have any more Solheim data? Oh man. We are still low on that. I'm trying to remember if there's anything that we can do. Fix the broken arrays, debug the array systems, sell the scrap. Definitely don't want to do that. Do want to grab some gas though. Thank you. And also, we'll feed Jonesy. I don't know if this has anything to do with the game now, but it's just the principle of the matter. Great. And you know, we are kind of leaving money on the table, aren't we? By not doing any of these jobs as we leave. So we can, let's help offload some freight. Get 12 cryo there. Even try to 9 cryo. I'm down for that. Also, I don't think we have any more jobs until we get... Oh, wait. Blockade in effect. Impassable zone. Oh, we can't go back to Wellspring. No, I forgot about the... Forgot about that. Well... Can't go back to Wellspring. Let's head down to Greenbelt then. Well, I guess we need to check Helion Gate. As much as I don't like that spot, or we're more prepared for it now than we were, at least. Nothing new. Cutaway scrap, data scrapping. Gates networks, there's data to be found. Oh, is this where we could find Solheim data? I didn't even think about that. Ah! Well then. We need 2 more. Or I think we just need 1 more. Worth it. Okay, another quick detour. Back to the map. I want to see what this is. I just needed 2. Oh, crap. Okay, I needed 4. Whoops. Machine screeches into life and prints out a pristine-looking component. You're amazed it still works. Oh, I see. It just prints... This thing's gonna break down once we get it all taken care of. I thought that was gonna be like that one machine that we... Like, that was the vending machine that talked to us in the first game. Well then. That's unfortunate. But honestly, this is a good kind of change of pace from everything that happened. So back to Helion Gate. Maybe we can grab some gas to make the trip worth it, depending on our dice. Yeah, that would about do it. Solheim data and Solheim data. Cool. Now, for derelict fuel barge, our endurance is up, which is great and allows us to get 3 fuel per. And that should fill up the tank quite nicely. Let's head back to the rig. Feed our buddy. Harvest some mushrooms. See if we get... Oh, oh wow. Oh, we're starving. That's not ideal, is it? So we'll have to buy some supplies once we get back to... Well, I actually don't think Holmes Rock has a place to grab food, or at least supplies. We'll be heading to Greenbelt, I think, soon, and that'll take care of it. Now, are you going to completely break down for me, buddy? Okay. That seems to be everything. View prints low. This machine has burnt out its servo motors. Its printing days are sadly over. Pour one out. So, supplies. Good. See if we can repeat that. Got some energy back. Not too worried about it. Let's get some more. Sell the scrap, fix the broken arrays. Cryo and energy. Lost some energy. And lost some energy. Not good odds there at all. But, oh, we gotta buy some fuel. Whoops. I could have sworn I had money when I started this. Or more money than I did. Gas is expensive in the future, just like in the current day. Now, all the way down here to Greenbelt. I heard a sound. New location! Cool. So we got the depot. Yeah, things are still all quiet on the Greenbelt front. You created a nice little locale. And we'll buy some supplies too. Pick a spot on one of Greenfield's bridges, in the cloud of floating leaves. The perfect place for sketching. So many leaves, so many patterns, all in delicate shades of green. And we can do this in one too. Dappled light and shades of yellow and green make Greenbelt a unique place in all of the belt. I don't know how many of these there are, but we're good. Cat. That cat is going to be extremely fat by the time we're done. And now we will head to the Hollow, which I don't think we have been before, a debris field settlement. So that line around isn't a sign that we have something there. Or, oh! Sleeper! Eugen takes you aside. I'm gonna head into the Radius markets to find my contact, the one with the data on the Aphelion. You should come with. 2 sets of eyes are better than 1. He smiles. Who is this contact anyway, Eugen? You know how it is. A man never reveals his contacts. Eugen winks. He's just an old friend. One I've traded favors with a few times and who has a good nose for data trails. But trails run cold quickly, so we ought to get on his. Eugen grins and heads for the airlock. You watch him go, unsure what his swagger might hide. But you've come this far with him. Maybe it's time to see where it all leads. Indeed. Ooh. Okay, we gotta play. Oh! Wow! This reminds me of the Darksaber. A nice little Star Wars EU reference there. Okay, Radius Markets, the Hollow Core, Hollow Heart. The Hollow with its brash scrap dealers is intimidating to newcomers, but spend a little time here and you'll find your place. Explore the Axis, intercept signals. Okay, definitely need interface, good interface on that. And then with the Radius Markets, the market has plenty. Oh, Eugen's signal chaser went dark. It'll take some time to work to find out why and where he's hiding. And some intuition there. But we've got a hollow view. You find a high window within one of the Radius bridges and look down onto the core of the hollow. A good spot for sketching. The more you look, the more complexity the hollow shows. An intriguing structure. Indeed. The hollow is a glowing bauble, cracked open and bridged. Its reflective panels are what makes it distinct. And... huzzah! Now, actually, repeat... Oh, it says return to the scatter yards. Was that the last one? I don't know if it was the last one. Can we leave here without upsetting Eugen? I would like to go ahead and check on that if possible. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's focus before we start working on Eugen's contact. Let's try to explore. The locals bounce signals off the inside of the hollow shell, from pirate radio to shop adverts. Tuning in might teach you something. You're blasted with a cacophonous broadcast from a club. You better be more careful. Well, you know. New location discovered. The chaos of signals is hard to understand at first, but with a bit of filtering is helpful. Oh, we got a bar. What's it called? Bella's Jetty, a cramped restaurant. So we got our supplies, we got our meal. Stellar. Let us go ahead and resourcing supplies. Actually, that would probably save us some coin, wouldn't it? Here, let's scavenge some fuel. We can always do a little bit of farming. A little bit of farming. Just a tad bit. There's a certain charm to the jingles, monologues, and music that bounce around the inside of the hollow. Debris dealers. Buy fuel, buy scrap components, sell processed scrap. We have so much processed scrap. I don't... I'm kind of curious, though, if we need to use that processed scrap for anything. So I may want to be stingy and hang on to it. Now, if we're able to do this 2 more times with 2, we're in good shape. We've got that 1. Hey! How about that? What else did we unlock? The Sunward Pole, damaged infrastructure. Help with repairs. Conway aftermath. You have heard that a drifting Conway munition may have been responsible for the damage to the pole. But is that just a rumor? Oh, well, that is definitely in our wheelhouse, isn't it? Alright, let's get the hollow core explored. Or hollow heart. You can find your way around the hollow's strange architecture well enough to get what you need. And another new location, Signal Ship, Data Scavengers. Interpret signals. The signal ships gather broad-spectrum signals from across the debris field. Sorting them is too much work for just the crew. So I'm sure that's what's going to get us some money. And sell Solheim data. Okay. Cool. Nice little IT hub there. I am willing to go ahead and give this another night. Let's go ahead and feed the kitty. Source supplies. And then we'll put our engineering skills to good work. Ooh, we got quite a few of them, too. Alright, where was it? The markets? No, Sunward Pole. And this is risky. You get to work sealing up the layers of broken units. This explosion, whatever caused it, must have been huge. You make good progress, and the other volunteers are impressed. You get the feeling they've worked with a sleeper before. Ooh. Okay, cool. We may try and use all of our dice here, because that'll give us 4. Big bucks, no whammies. Big cryo. The worst of the damage has been repaired, and the hollow's pole can start to be repopulated. Oh. What do you mean fried, Kimball? Our station depends on that array. The voice echoes out of one of the Sunward Pole's cramped bays. tucked up in the ceiling of the hollow. Though you're tired from a shift spent sealing leaks in the shattered section of the station, you still can't help but listen in. I have been patient, Kimball, but now with the repairs almost done, you're telling me we can't broadcast anyway? The voice comes from a doorway nearby, and as you float past, you glance inside. You see a woman, facing away, addressing the back of a man half buried in the guts of some complex machine. I'm sorry, Kimball, she concludes, but that just feels malicious. The man, presumably Kimball, mumbles something in response, though you do not catch it through the wires and mechanisms that surround him. The woman quickly turns and spots you peering in through the doorway. She gives you a curious look. Oh, she quickly smiles. Hello. She closes the distance. I'm Cyrene. She offers a hand. I've seen you working on the repairs. She tilts her head. We appreciate your efforts. Happy to help. Cyrene looks over her shoulder at Kimball and then back to you. How do you feel? She pauses, calculating. About the war in the inner system. It's worrying for the belt. I agree, which is why the belt needs to stay informed about it. Did you know that Senate Stat has already started shipbuilding at Cinza? Cyrene watches you for your response. Cinza, one of the three sisters in orbit around Ember. She raises an eyebrow. You haven't left the belt, have you? You hear a grunt from Kimball, his head still buried in the machine's innards, and it's unclear as if it's in reference to what was said or it's the sound of repairs going poorly. We, Cyrene places a hand on her chest, are the Helion Dispatches, the only pirate radio station in the Starward belt. She lifts her chin proudly. We keep the system up to date on shifts in the system's power structures and the ongoing corporate war, all through the voices of the Helion system's own residents. Kimball grunts again, and a shower of sparks bursts from the machine behind Cyrene. Or at least we did before our transmitter got fried. Cyrene suddenly looks crestfallen. What happened? All that repair work you've been giving your time to? That was all caused by a Conway autonomous munition, trained on our scent. Cyrene's eyes flash with anger. A mumble comes from Kimball as he pushes a handful of wiring out of his way. I do know that for sure, Kimball. Why else how it been so deep into the belt to hit the hollow at our broadcast site? Cyrene turns back, hands on hips. Kimball responds with a shrug. Either way, straight after that attack, we found our gear had been tampered with. Sabotaged. Kimball grunts. Yes, Kimball, or just looted. Either way, we're now quiet, and when we are quiet, the war continues unobserved. Cyrene folds her arms and looks away, defeated. What do you need? Look, we need a new broadcast array. A better broadcast array. Cyrene glances over her shoulder. We don't quite have the reach we'd like. Where you get one, that's another problem. We're talking pre-collapse tech here. It's not something we can just build ourselves. Kimball mutters something from the depths of the machine. Yeah, Holmes's Rock isn't a bad idea, Cyrene replies. It used to be a relay station for Solheim, so it stands to reason they'd have the arrays. And then there's the terminal there. Kimball's been bugging me to dig out some engine components for him to crack open and use in his repairs. God knows what kind of repairs he'd need those for, but that's what he says. Cyrene looks over her shoulder at Kimball, but receives no response. You both stare at his broad shoulders for a moment as a thin trail of smoke begins to emerge from the machine. Now, maybe we can do a little fundraising here on the Hollow. What we can get, we'll happily hand over. Cyrene shakes her head. But I'm telling you now, it won't be a lot. I'll see what I can do. We'd appreciate it. Hell, the people of the Helion system would appreciate it. She glances over her shoulder. And I think Kimball would appreciate it too. You leave Cyrene and Kimball to their repairs. making note of the engine components and the wideband array they will need to get back on the air. It's hard to tell if the job will be worth your time, but then again, someone as knowledgeable as Cyrene might be a useful asset. New location discovered, new drive available. Helion dispatches, pirate radio. Okay. Kimball needs engine components for his unusual jury-rig transmitter. We weren't sure how he's going to use them. Indeed. So, fortunately, we've got engine components right here. Kimball has all the components he needs to repair the transmitter. We'll be right back. Kimball needs components to repair the Helion Dispatch's transmitter and get Cyrene back on the air. Wow. Okay, so we have to go back to Holmes's Rock to grab that piece of business. Oh, I like this. Okay, so here is what we will do. We will come back to the quest with Eugen. But first, let's head back to the scatter yards. And then we'll basically do a loop here. Hopefully Eugen doesn't get upset with us. He's normally very chill about such things. Uh-oh. Oh. Sleeper! Surya booms as he meets you inside his yard. I couldn't be happier to see you. Tell me, did you find inspiration out there in our belt? He grins widely. I did. Let me see your work. He holds out a hand and you pass him the color slate. Lovely. He scrolls through the sketches. I will pass your designs on to my crews, where they will build on them. Surya gestures to the yard. They are my best shipfitters in all the belt, as you know. If you come to the yard and speak with them, then you may choose whichever design you desire. Surya squints at the slate. His hollow drawing is really quite interesting. He reaches into his tool belt and produces a stack of chits. The remainder of your fee. Our business is concluded. He nods, adding a little bow to the movement. I am a busy man, and I must get to my business. But thank you again for helping to build a legacy for my yard. Surya folds his arms across his chest. I believe you have work to see to. But imagine, if you will, flying out on your own next contract in a fresh livery, a beautiful reinvention from Surya's yard. He gestures wildly. When your clients ask why your rig is so beautiful, feel free to send them to me. Surya smiles, bows, and turns to leave. You watch Surya go, still unsure if his entire attitude is an act meant to confuse you into consent. He is a hard man to dislike, but there's something about him you can't quite put a finger on. Either way, it is hard not to feel a bit thankful for the chance he gave you to look at the belt with new eyes, even if it was while flying one of the most garish ships the belt's ever seen. Minor drive completed, +1 upgrade point. Neat! Unlock all possible rig paint jobs. Cool! So it was just those 3. Let's see what happens here. Rig spindle paint. Is the... okay. Well, we're going to be wasting some money here. I need to see... we're basically going to do a rig fashion show here, guys. So let's see what it looks like. Ooh. Okay, cool. Kind of a rough. I like the light blue with the dark blue, along with kind of salmon pink. Looks very kind of run down, but it also blends in very well. Let's look at the green belt. Oh, that's pretty. Looks like something that Gaia's guardians, or whatever, Gaia's stepdaughters would fly in Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Okie doke. And then we've got... okay, he can return the ship to our old colors. But then we also have the rig, or the hollow paint. What do we got here? Ooh. That's interesting. You guys need to let me know in the comments which one that you like. Do you like the green belt? Do you like the hollow? Or do you like the scatter yards? I think either of them actually, or not, wasn't the scatter yards. It was the spindle, the far spindle paint job. I think all three of them look class. Or we could just go back to the basic rig colors, which kind of defeats the purpose of us doing this in the first place. But we are not done here, guys. We're going to go ahead and restock, and then we are going to make our way over here to Holmes's Rock, because we have some business here to try and get that transmitter for the pirate radio station. We've got Eugen's quest back here at the Hollow. We still got a lot to do, but I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.